Hey guys, Danish Ice here. I'm back again. Last time in the first video I showed you a little about what mods we're using, and I told you I would make a new video how to make a really simple base with whatever you need to make a mission in a multiplayer. It's pretty simple actually, and I will just show you this today. First of all, you need to be aware of the mods you're using. I will upload this template to the workshop so you can download it. If you can see here, I have mods on personal arsenal. You don't need that one, that's only so I can open the arsenal everywhere I am. It doesn't matter for you guys. You need to have the tree then enchanged, as I told you in the last video. Editing tool, CBA, ACE, and you need task force radio, and the last one you need is areas. That is the other module when we are building stuff. The rest down here is the DLCs. I have all the DLCs, including the new Arma 3 Apex, so you need those also. First of all, go to editor, go to Altis. That's what I did. That's where we're going. Okay, now we are in game. You should find the place you will build your base. There's a good place up here. If you want to build a little base, you have an airfield up here who is really awesome. You also have a pretty nice actually place down here south. If you look at this one, you have some buildings, and you have yeah, I think this is a good place also to build a little base, depending on what you want to build. You have some airfield strips you can land here on those strips here. Your planes, if you want one out in the field. Otherwise, just go for the big one. You know, up here you have the salt sled, and you have the one up here, and so it's pretty easy actually to build a base. You could build it down here, and that's what we'll do today. Put your cursor where you want to be. Press the middle mouse button. Press M again, so you will be back, and we can actually start building at this point. I'll try to keep this base here simple, but not totally basic. I will do some stuff, respawning and vehicles and respawn of people, so you can see how it works with respawn of helicopters and vehicles and stuff like that. So you can use them in game, and if they crash or are killed, they will respawn at the right position again, so you can use them again. But let's go to it. First of all, put in a player. If you want to be NATO, you need to put in a NATO player, of course. So we'll do that first. First of all, press here and put a player here. That's the first part we'll do. The second part we'll do is we want to make a respawn point. So you go to F5 or modules, systems up here. You can press with your mouse, or you can press F5. You need to go to multiplayer. That is here. And you need to take this one, the first one, respawn position. Put it where you want. You can always drag it around afterwards. Where you put this one is where the player will respawn. And I want them to respawn in here. I want them to respawn in this position. Open it by double clicking. And you can type the name of it. That will be the name you see when you respawn. You can have more of these, more than one, so this will be base. I'll call it headquarter base. And this is for blue for, and this is for your side and the allies. And disable this one. This is all you need to do here, those steps here. So this is it. Click it. Now to make this respawn point working, you need to go up here, choose the attributes, go for multiplayer. There's some stuff you need to do in here. First of all, you need to go to this one, respawn, and you need to make it respawn on custom position. That means you can decide where you want people to respawn. Select respawn position. We'll do this. Mark this one. This is important, otherwise you can't select the respawner. The rest, don't touch it down here. There's some different stuff you can do. This one is also important, respawn delay. That means from when you die and you respawn or you choose to respawn, this is the time from you die to you will respawn. This could be 10 seconds, it could be 2 minutes. In my unit it's 4 minutes, because if you die you're stupid. So yeah. You can show the scoreboard, how many kills do you get, how many deaths do you have. You can allow manual respawn, that is good. You need that one on. This one is up to you, but keep this one on. I will remove this one. You need this one on because if you are dead, maybe you're not all dead. If you want to respawn, you can respawn yourself by choosing it. And the rest, don't touch it. There's a revisor system down here you can use also, but I won't use that right now. So up here in the top you need to choose what kind of game. This is the next thing you need to do. What kind is it? A team deathmatch you want? Is a sandbox game, King of the Hill? I use this one always. How many players will we get? Will be between 1 and 8 players in this game. And here you can type a little about what it is. The thing you type here you'll see when you choose the game. Simple base with respawn to multiplayer. Just be shown up here in the right corner when you choose this one. Enable this one you need, this one you don't need. Here you go. Now you're ready. If we now are respawning, going into the game, and I'm respawning, I will respawn at this position after 10 seconds. Okay. If you want to be Zeus also, I think you would. You should do something like this. Go down to Zeus. Again F5, the box systems, and go down here. You have something called a Game Master. Choose a Game Master, put it in here, and in this one, in this owner, the place where it says owner, you need to type in the name of the player you want to have access to Zeus. In this case it would be Ice, because that's my name. In this one it's really important, default add-ons that you choose. If you're using mods as we are normally, you choose this one, all add-ons including unofficial add-ons. That means you can use the mods you are having in your game. If you use this one, it'll only be the vanilla mods, so it's important you choose this one. And then press OK. You don't need to do anything else on this one. And then you need to on the guy you want to play with, you need to type the same here as you typed on the multiplayer in the owner. So it has to be exact the same name. So we'll type Ice, and down here we'll type Ice as well. We'll type Zeus. Yeah, that'll be the name you see when you're taking the game and joining the game in game. So that's all you need to do here now, actually. So what we have done now is we have made a player, we made a respawn point, we have in multiplayer made it 1 to 8 players, so we need maximum 8 players, and we have made a little text about what it is. We have made a 10 seconds respawn delay, and we have chosen select respawn position. So that's what we have done now. Let's go in game and see how it looks. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys, if you wanted to test this, you need to do it not in the scenery. You need to go up here in play and choose play in multiplayer, and that way you will get the right screen up as when you're joining a server. Otherwise you just go into the game. Here you can see now the Zeus slot I made, and I'll just take that slot, and you can see the text I made also, simple base with respawn to multiplayer. So this is actually the stuff we did when we choose to, and just join the mission, and it should be really easy to do the stuff. Here you can see on the map, the blue one here is the base we took. Continue, and now you can see it here, the name headquarter HQ base. That was the name we gave it. and you can see it's counting down. If you had more respawn points, you could choose them over here. You could have one up here calling landing zone and nord, and press that one. But we'll check the one we have now. Respawn at the position just inside here, as I said. We will respawn. Pretty easy. It works really good. You can press escape, and you can choose respawn to test it's working. And you can see it's counting down from 8 seconds, 10 seconds, and again you'll get into this position. Again, I will show you how you make more respawn points so you can do it. So this is pretty simple actually. The shoes we made also, and this guy I will show you guys how you get the bodies to disappear later on, so you don't have a mess in your base. But you press a Y between G and U, Y, and you will be in Zeus, and you have all the options in Zeus to do whatever you would like to do. You can put in anything you want here in the game. Then it's just a matter of using Zeus as normally. So this was the first part of it. Let's go back to the Eden editor again and continue with building the base. Okay, we're back at the base now. What you need to do also, a good idea could be go up here and save it as, and you need to find a really good name here. This one, remove this one, and call it, I'll call this one ice base. We'll call it headquarter base 01. It's really important you make the underscores. If you don't make the underscores and just type something without the underscores, like this, for example, there'll be a lot of different stupid letters in between. So really important you need to remember the underscore. And then just save the game. What it'll do now, it'll automatically save while you're building the game. So now you have the Zeus module, and if you don't want them down here, you can just put it up here. You don't need it anymore. Okay, the next thing we'll do is we'll put in the rest of the people we want in the mission, and we want an assault squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people is in the game. Okay, so this is an assault squad. You have a whole assault squad now, and that is really good when you want to play a mission. I'll just gather them up a little. First thing you could do is just mark all the soldiers. Right click on one of them, it doesn't matter which one, go to attributes, and the first thing you should do is go down here and make them playable. That means you can choose them in the slot down where you choose them when you go into the multiplayer. Then you can choose them. The next thing you need to do is give them a name. All of them. You don't need to, but you can do like this. Say this one is called squad lead. That will be what the name is inside the game then. So he'll be squad lead and sergeant. The next guy, the rifleman here, he'll be second in command, for example. He's second in command, he is a corporal. And the rest you can just leave as they are. So they'll just get the position they have. This will be auto rifleman position, this will be heavy gunner. But this is how you choose the name inside the slots, so it says what they are and what the name you want on the people. So, and remember to have their rank down here also. So this is the next part, and then you just drag them over here, so they're not in interfering with anything. But remember, you're still Zeus, and no one else is Zeus. Okay. The next thing we want now in the base is you want some vehicles and you want some planes in here. Okay, guys, we want to have some helipads here now for helicopters. So you just go for this one person, and then for the yellow one, and then you type heli. If you don't know the name, you can find it in the list, but it's much easier here. Here you can see there are different stuff we can take. You can take a circle, you can take a civilian, you can take an invisible one, And actually I want to place an invisible one in here. I will tell you why later. And then I want, I think I'll have the round ones out here. I want a helicopter to land here, to be here, and I want one here, and I want one more actually over here. So this is the helicopters. I want the helicopters to land at these positions. So that was the helipads. The invisible one I made here is if you're calling a helicopter in later, it needs actually a helipad to land precisely, but I'll show you that later. Okay, that was the helipads. Now we need the helicopters. You just go for this one, delete what you have typed in here, go for the single unit again. And then you have helicopters here. You can see we want a ghost hawk with camel. We want that one in here. And you can see now, when I'm putting it in now, they're actually with people in. There's two ways you can make them without people. You can go here and mark it, hold your mouse on it, and you can drag the people out of the helicopters one by one and delete them if you want, like this. But what you also can do is, you can down here in the bottom, remove this one, place vehicle with crew. Now it will not be with crew, so now it will just be an empty helicopter or vehicle. And now you have your helicopter here you can use. And we also want a little bird inside the game. So we put one here. I'll just see what is the difference between those two. And then we'll have Comanche also. You can have a Comanche to have some fun with. Here you go. Okay, this is the first part. Then we want some vehicles in here. So now we need to find the vehicles, guys. So let's see what we can do about the vehicles. Okay, let's see what we can do now. We need some vehicles in here. What kind of vehicles do we want? And still remember not to have this one checked if we want to use them. If you want them in with men in, you can just have this one. You can take a look at cars first of all. If we look at cars, we have the different cars here, vehicles here. Let's just take some simple one, you know. Let's take someone without anything on top of him. Place them out here, like this. Now it has the right position. Control C, Control V. Then they have the right position. Then you don't have to turn them around all the time. We also want someone with a HMG on. They are here. Just hold left shift down and the right mouse button. Then you can, when you go in here with your cursor, left shift down and cursor press the mouse, left mouse, and you can drag them around like this. Really easy. And you can also just let go of the left shift. Left control C. Left control V, and then you have someone with guns on. Okay, we also want some transport vehicles down here. Actually, we can put them down here. Yeah, you can have people inside. Yeah, something like this. I think this is fine. Oh, sorry. I need to release the shift button. You also want some ammo, an ammo truck, so you can re-armor your stuff. You can also make an ammo base area down here if you want. Build them up with Hescos like this and just build it, but I'll do it pretty simple today. Later on we'll do a more advanced base. This is the simple base. Okay, now you have vehicles. Let's see, you want some APCs maybe also. Let's see, you want some of this here. Let's see. Okay, you can have an anti-air if you want. Also, just put it out here actually, so you can use it. Okay, this is the vehicles we want in here right now. You can see the idea. You can put a lot more vehicles in if you want. But what you need to do now is we need to make a respawn access point for this one. So if they die or are blown up, you can get them back. Go to multiplayer. Press multiplayer. Vehicle respawn. This was the one we took for personal in here. Now we want to make a vehicle respawn. Just put it in here somewhere so you can always drag it around. If you go in here, you can see if double click on it, double click on the vehicle respawn. This is the delay we want. We want 30 seconds. You can use it more or less if you want. Starting position is fine. It just means it will spawn in the position they are. Random select, it doesn't matter. Just take whatever they need. Delete with an explosion defect. We disable this one. Delete. Just delete it. Notification. Disable. We don't need to know. Force respawn. Disable. It will only respawn when it's disabled. It will just make it like this. So 30 seconds and put the stuff like this, and then it should be working. Really easy. That's all you need to do. What you need to do now is we'll just put it up here, I think. Then you can just mark as many as possible. Right click, connect, sync to, go up here and left click. The same, you should do the same with those stuff down here with those vehicles. Connect, synchronize, and you need to do it with something happened here. You need to do it with those three. Connect, synchronize. So go to save. Just press the save just to be sure you saved it. What you've done now is actually you have helicopters and vehicles who would respawn when it crashes. So you can use all those vehicles now and helicopters now in game. So this is really simple, guys, to do. Okay, guys, let's do the last stuff here, so it won't be an all-night movie. You can go on the man you want, any man you want, player you want, and right-click, edit loadout. Here you can change the loadout he is having when he's spawning into the game. So you can actually go on this guy, say you want him to have another scope, you want him to have the RCO or the pipe scope here, or you want him to have a nod stalker, it's up to you. And you want him to have another helmet, whatever, it's up to you guys. You can change it in here by just right clicking him and choose edit outfit. The next thing I'll do is I'll just make one more respawn point to show you how easy it is to make more respawn points. If you wanted a position, let's say out here behind the helicopters, you can just make this one heli. It means it's just the name of it, and you make it blue for again, and you do as we did with the other one, like this. So now you have 2 respawn points. Okay. The last thing I want to show you guys, and remember to save all the time. The last thing I want to show you guys is how you call in a helicopter if you want a helicopter transport. You again go to F5 modules. You go into multiplayer here. You have a respawn point. Sorry, that was the respawn point. Go down to supports down here, F5 modules, F4, and then support. And then you need to take the support request here. That is the most important one. You need that one to be synchronized with the people who is allowed to call in a helicopter. That is the squad leader, and in this case the second in command. Put them in here like this. Now they are connected. The next thing you need now to have is what do you want? You take the vehicles ones. We want a helicopter transport vehicle, virtual. That means you don't need to have the helicopter, but you want to be able to call it. We want a supply drop also. This is the one you have here. So this is really easy. Don't do anything. Mark those 2, both of them. Right click, connect, synchronize to the request here. Save the game. The only thing you need to be aware of when you call in a helicopter or supply drop or artillery, if you choose that one, they will fly from the position you actually drop those modules here. So I will drop them up here at the terminal. That's not that far away, but it will then look like I'm calling a helicopter from the terminal, and it'll get over where I ask it to pick us up. So let's get in game and see how it looks. By the way, before we do it, you can change the weather here, the date and the weather type here, and the time of the day. See, now it's really early morning, and you can change it like this. Set an overcast, and so on and so on. And you can change everything in here. I just wanted to mention it. But let's go and play and see how it works, everything. You have the game, the people here, disable everyone. Choose a squad lead because we wanted to see him test out. Zeus is up here. You can't use Zeus with the people down here, only with the Zeus guy. This is the combat squad. Press OK. When you download my mission, you can extract it, and then you can add more people to it if you want inside the mission editor. So here you can see this is the base position, and we'll just continue. And you can see now we have two options here instead of one. Before we only had the HQ base. Now we also have a heli one we can use, and that was the one behind the helicopters. So we can actually, we will spawn in here because I need the stuff in here, but you could put it anywhere you want, and you can make 3, 4, 5 different respawn points. It's up to you. It's really easy. Just remember to name them something. Yes, here we go. First of the stuff we want to test is the arsenal. Seems to work, and you can then change the gear if you want. We changed the scope as you saw before. I changed it. I like the scope. If you press N, you can see now you have actually night vision. So at night time, you don't need the night goggles. If you need to see something, you can just press N, and you have actually night vision inside this one. It looks stupid because I'm having my goggles on, so you can't actually really see it. So remove the goggles, and I will show you guys. If you look here now, it doesn't work because it's the wrong scope. If you take the one called RCO pipe, it will actually work. I will show you guys just so you can see what I'm talking about. I didn't get the right one here, so yeah, you see I have the RCO. I need this one RCO pipe, so I took the wrong one, guys. I will show you now. Now you can see it. Go into the scope. You can see it's a better scope. It's much more. I really like the scope. Press N, and then if it was nighttime, it was actually night vision inside the scope, but not outside the scope. So yeah, that was just an extra plus for you guys. We want to call in a helicopter. You can see in the left upper corner and on the screen, you can see you have two icons. You have a parachute, and you have those arrows pointing right. The parachute is a paradrop with resupplies. The other one is calling in helicopter. How you do it is you press number 2 on your keyboard, press 0, go to number 8, supports, and ask for a helicopter transport. Now there is a list of the helicopters available. We'll just take a Ghost Hawk, and we'll just you can see the circle in front of me where I'm pointing. That is where it will land. I'm asking it to land here. You can also go on the map, and then you can see where I actually wanted it. If my cursor were here outside, it would actually land out here. So, but you can see already now it's coming because it's really fast from the airfield. If you want a longer ETA from you calling the helicopter till it's entering your position, you should just move the virtual modules longer away, and you will have a longer flight time. Also, if you want to use artillery really close and you use those mods, you need to bring them a little longer away, otherwise you can't shoot. Let's see how it does. Remember, we put in the invisible helipad here. That's just because I wanted it to be able to land inside. Otherwise, it will probably land outside the compound. See? Just get inside.
Everyone in?
They're asking where we want to go. Go on the map, and let's just say we want to go out here.
Copy.
Press
We're
the middle mouse button, and you're taking off, and they're going for the place you wanted them to go. If they can't land where you choose, they will land as close to that object as possible to land safely. What you need to be really aware of now is when you're landing, if you are with your team, with other people, other players, you should be the last guy leaving the helicopter. If you are leaving the helicopter before them, it will take off, so it's important you're the last guy in, last guy out if you call the helicopter. So that's the way it is. I actually don't know what the fuck he's doing right now. Okay, he's choosing the helipad closest to... as I told you before, if you don't have a helipad, he will just land somewhere. Now he took the helipad closest, so...
We're here! Good luck out there!
Maybe we should call a new one in and see how it goes. And go along that way. Just get out of there. And it will take off. Yeah. We can call in, meanwhile we can call in and support with a supply drop. You can get those also from those. We call in a supply drop now, and now we'll also call a helicopter more and fly longer away, so you can actually see that it's working. So the first one is the supply drop,
Roger.
and the second one
Transport
coming
dispatch.
should be the helicopter to pick us up for the transport. But you know, it is Arma, sometimes it really fucks up, and if you have a landing zone, choose a landing place close to an free helipad, it will land at the helipad, so you have to be aware of that also. So you need to put it far away from a base or something, longer away from a base, but you will learn. But you will learn it by doing it. You can see it just dropped the supply drop, and it'll just float with the wind, so you have to calculate with the wind also before you can call it in. So you can't exactly point out where you want it. You'll drop it in the air where you want it, and then it'll drift with the wind. Okay. Let's try this helicopter and fly a little longer.
Everyone in? Let's get out of here.
Let's get out.
Copy.
Let's go to this point. So now the helicopter is going to this point, I hope. It normally do so. It is doing it now. This is all I wanted to show you guys. Just be aware, as I told you, when you get out of the helicopter when it's landing, it'll take off instantly. I hope you enjoyed the video and gave you some ideas. This is just totally basic stuff, guys. I'll do more advanced videos following this one, building on, so you can see how you can improve and how you can build a base yourself with HESCOs also and stuff like that. But this is really easy to do stuff. I will upload this one to Steam, and it will be called HQ Base 01. I will make a link in the description so you can download it if you want. What you need to do is you need to extract it when you have downloaded it, and put the mission folder HQ Base, put that one in your mission folder inside Arma to make it work, and then you can edit it in it actually. If you just want to download it, you can just do it via Steam, and then you can play it, of course. Let's see how we're landing. I will show you guys how it works when we're getting in the position now.
We're here. Good luck out there.
When I say get out, it will take off. Okay, this was all I wanted to show you guys. I hope you have had a good one here. It's a little long video, but I really like to do it this way, to tell you how it works and how you could do stuff. Show it actually, not just build it, but also show you that sometimes it make even for me and for everyone else it makes some fuck ups, and then you just have to do it over and over again until it works. But Danish Ice signing off. See you guys later. Have a good day, and take care and enjoy your Arma life. Bye.